Hi guys, I'm Nikisha. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you 5 ways that you can create gorgeous wall art or art using your old makeup and makeup supplies. And we'll get straight into it. First up, I'll show you what you need in general for the different projects, and then for each project, I'll show you what you might need specific to that project. Okay, so let's get straight into it. Enjoy! So first up, you will need eyeshadow. I'm using an eyeshadow contour kit, poster board to paint on, and then I have a few things to draw with: mascara, some lip colors, brushes, glue. Definitely you'll need water, which isn't pictured, sponges, a plate, and some things to stew your glue and mixture with. So the first project is Boho Abstract Art. I'm making that using my old mascara. So this one is super simple, guys. I love how simple it is for the bold effect that you get. So you basically can put as many or as few strokes as you would like on your poster board or your paper. And I just kind of randomly made strokes. I tried not to overthink it, but yeah, I succeeded in some instances. But yeah, so I just added strokes as I went along, just creating an abstract element, and that was pretty much it. So this one, definitely, if you have an old mascara, you can replicate this in less than a minute, I guarantee you. An important step with this is to ensure that the mascara doesn't smudge or get everywhere. I used a transparency sheet because I had that on hand, but you can also use like wax paper or parchment paper or any other, even another sheet. And you want to press through and make sure that you rub out any high spots, any places where the mascara may have clumped on the paper, just so that when you leave it to dry, everything is going to dry smoothly because it's going to be flat. And this is where you see the excess. And after that, I left it to dry. I think I left all of them to dry overnight, but this is your bold abstract art. For the next project, I used my MAC lip crayon, I believe it's called, and I just decided to write out an affirmation. That's a favorite of mine. You are enough. This one, in the end, I ended up not liking it that much because it didn't look the way I thought they would look in my mind. But I left it in so that you just get the idea that you can, use any song lyrics if you want. So I just did the affirmation and then some hugs and kisses. This also needed to dry for a bit, and then it still ended up smudging in the end, which you'll see a snip of. So while this one kind of worked, I wasn't a fan overall because it still smudged even though I left it to dry. And it did dry, but here's the final look. For the third project, I really wanted to capture the trend that's everywhere now, which is to make an organic rainbow. So I used a smaller piece of Bristol board for this one, and I forgot to show, but I mixed because this is what I previously had. And guys, just a quick note, don't do what I'm doing, which is mixing the colors on top of your on top of your board. Please don't do that. And directly on top of my table, because that's marble contact paper. Anyway, so you want to add your different eyeshadow pigments and then mix it in with the glue till you get this kind of consistency, because you're going to be painting. So you want it liquid enough, but not too runny or too thick. So I pre-drew my rainbow, and I'm using, I think it's a lip color brush, to put on the paint with. And for the third color, I decided to try out some Sasha lip velvet. I think it's matte. So it dries pretty quickly, so that's why I decided to use this one. but it's still smudged in the end. So if I were to do this again, I would definitely just stick to using the glue with the eyeshadow because that dries completely and there's no smudging or messiness. So this one still smudges a little bit. I mean, not as if you're gonna like scratch your art as if it's like a lotto card, but still, you know, even if you accidentally rub it a little too hard, there will be some transfer. And here I'm just mixing up another color. So you want to make sure that you break up all the clumps of the eyeshadow because you don't want to mix the glue in and then you end up with clumps in the batter of the paint. So I went in with a third color, and I think this is where I realized, because I kept trying to figure out why it wasn't looking the way I had imagined it to look. But that's when I realized that I should have left some spaces in between the different colors. And then I had this brilliant idea that maybe I could try to paint a supposed space, and that didn't work either, so don't. I think I'll try another video where I actually leave the space in and see how that comes out, and I'll let you know. So for the fourth project, this one was a kind of happy accident and I absolutely love it. So using a smaller canvas as well, the poster board, I wanted to create a border and just have the abstract painting in between. So I used the remainder that was on the plate, and that's why I said it was a happy accident, because I was just like, okay, I need to use this up before I stop for the night. So the glue was already getting a bit tacky, as you can see, but it created a really nice textured effect with the eyeshadow and glue, and I loved how it turned out. So I just use one color on top, and this you can customize in any way, any color combinations that you want. I went in with the lighter color on top, and the beauty blender I should add is dry. I didn't wet it or anything like that. So the glue and eyeshadow is going on directly onto a dry beauty blender, and I didn't rinse it off or anything with the previous color. I did go in after and add a little bit of lighter color to just to the top of it, because I had initially intended it to kind of fade into more white and I felt that it was too solid on top. So I just added like a little bit of color at the top, but I love how simple and quick this one. If it took 30 seconds, that's a lot. And you get this nice canvasy, almost watercolor effect, which I love. So these are the prints that I had done up to that point, and I left them to dry. And the final project is another minimalist abstract art piece. For this one, instead of using the poster board, I used the paper that came with the actual picture frame because I didn't have any paper the size. And for this, I'm using an eyeliner brush, sorry. So this is some of the same color that I had used before, and I'm just making some strokes with the eyeliner brush on the canvas. Again, this one I had planned to add two colors to it, but I mixed another color and it just was not working. And so I just ended up leaving this as that pink color alone. And these are the final prints. And that's it. It's pretty simple, and I love the outcome of some of them. So there are two of my favorites. So first up, this one, I absolutely love how this mascara art came out. Like, it's so simple And I think black and white art is always a classic in terms of deco. It always looks very luxurious, so this one is a winner for me. Let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. And the second one that I love is this little cutie. I love the pink, and I just love like the muted effect, and we're even matching. So this is my second favorite. Like, I really love this kind of, and I like that the possibilities, the color combinations are endless. So you can do whichever color combinations match your deco, and well, of course, it depends on the palette you have. But I am also thinking of doing a part 2 to the video because I got lots of different ideas as I was doing these. So let me know in the comments as well if that's something that you'd like to see. And until then, stay blessed and stay you. Bye.